Well, good morning, all you hard charging people out there. It's a fine day in the neighborhood. It might not be. It might be storming, it might be blowing up around you. All kinds of things could be happening. I guess I'll do my part and say, hey, hope you have a good one. Hope it gets better every day. You deserve it. That's what I say. I'm looking at this hospital right here. It's one of the ones that saved my life. They literally brought me back. I was already gone. If they would have done nothing, I would have not come back. That's very heartbreaking to me. Just considering I've tried to do everything right for my body. Give it all the right nutrition. Well, I mean, I'm sure I like candy. I eat candy and ice cream sometimes, but not to the point where I'm obese or anything, or my body is not able to work. So, yeah, to find out I wasn't good enough to stay around really hit me hard. It hit me so hard that I haven't even been able to be a functioning adult ever since. Pretty sad. I've had to sleep on people's couches and live in people's homes, not being able to keep a job. It's amazing how messed up my head's been, how full of hate and discontent, just crappy thoughts, crappy thoughts, like suicidal thoughts, like I hate everybody thoughts, all those things. Yeah, when you feel like the thing that made you didn't give a shit, didn't care if you were gonna die early, or that you might have been, given up or not liked or abused or any of those things, because it decides that for us. And some people say that's not the truth, and I'm like, well, who else is it? If we're on its planet and it creates everybody and gives everybody their personality, and it gave them a free will, and it is the one in charge of us having good days and bad days. You're like, no, it's up to me, I decide. Well, you wouldn't have just learned how to decide if somebody else wouldn't have came into your life and helped you figure that out. So once again, it's the thing that made everything that made that happen too. So it's always a thank you. That's the thing I learned through a lot of heartache. It's just always thank you. Just say thank you. Thanks, God. Even if it just took away your puppy dog, it just broke your heart again. Because that's all it does. It breaks your heart here. The thing that made us here breaks our heart all the time. It's not fun. I can say that much. It's not fun. It makes me mad, I tell you that. Oh, so mad I used to scream so loud. And screw you. But I wasn't saying screw. I was saying F. Like, big F you, God. You're the worst thing ever. I don't worship you. I don't love you. I don't appreciate you. All those things. That's just part of your process of growing up. Because we're not just growing up into a human form, we're growing back into our spiritual form to understand what's going down. When I say spirit, I just mean the intelligence that we are, the non-physical intelligence that we are, you and I, and that which put us all here and gave us all the ability to learn. And you're like, well, I haven't learned that much. Well, when I say us, I'm just saying all humans, all the ones before you. You might think the world isn't that great, and why would God or the universe make these type of people? Because it wanted to. Same reason why did it take my puppy dog away? Because it chose to. It's a not nice person and not a nice thing most of the time. And sometimes it's really nice. And you have to just say, well, You, oh master of mine. And that's the hard thing for so many of us, because we think, no, I'm my own king, I'm my own queen. No, you're allowed to be any of that stuff. So, shh. Shh. When you hear your voice coming out of your mouth, whether it's coming out through your speech, your singing, your writing, your music, whatever it is, whatever form you express yourself through, to give others that part of you. If you hear it talking poorly about you or others, interrupt it. And if it's a bully, because most likely it will be, remember, the bully of all the outside world became the bully for us, because it's the thing that reminds us of, oh yeah, remember that person said that about us, and then look at our life. Yeah, we are that way. We're nothing, right? We just keep reinstilling it, reinstalling it, resupporting it. That's what our speech does. That's what our mind does. That's the way it works. So you have to say, ha ha ha, time out, buddy. Hee 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 hee. That's the fun part. You get to be the coach. You're the coach now. Yeah, coaches aren't the best players. Hello, 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 everybody. Look at many of the coaches. They don't look like they're in shape at all. Sure, they probably played at one time, but they didn't keep it up. All you got to do is have knowledge of life to be a coach. Well, I don't have much knowledge. I'm only 16. I'm only 15. Well, you've had a lot of experiences, haven't you? A lot of days you have lived around family, around friends, around school, around everything. So you can relate to other people that have had experiences about life too. And you can be the one that says, hey, seeing as how we have this in common, I was told that the number one thing we must do every day is move this thing we're in. And I know I hear you immediately. Well, what if I'm quadriplegic and I can't move at all? Well, then move whatever you can move. Because that's our gratitude that we're showing to the thing that gave us a body. And that's all it's waiting for, to give us more things and not as much of the naughty. Unless it's the naughty that you are 18 and older and you know what that is, and that's awesome. That's great. Because remember that all the people that have been here and all the thoughts that come through your mind and all the stories you hear and all the videos, all the pictures you see, the thing that made everybody said, you get to see that, you get to witness that, you get to experience that, you get to feel that. There's a lot of things you can feel here and experience here on earth. There's a lot. You can take your freedom and say, I don't want it no more, and commit a crime that you will be put behind a plexiglass for the rest of your days. You won't be able to just walk freely anymore. You can do that. You can make decisions where you aren't in your body anymore and you're gone, so your life is over in this body, this form of personality that you created from nothing. You made this body. I know that makes you sad, because now you're like, yeah, I did such a bad job. Well, guess what? You were chosen to think that way. You were chosen to come into the world to think that way. You were chosen to have other people in your life that would say the things that they said to you. All of it was meant to happen exactly as it did. The rapes, the molestations, the beatings, the hatred, the left alone, the abandonments, all that stuff. All of it. Remember, something with a very crappy and evil personality put this whole thing in play. Said one day, I'll push play and let the game begin. What game? Life. Life. We're all in life's game, right? Right. Okay, what's it look like for you? Oh, it looks like this, and I'm this, and I'm that, and I'm this. all these labels and descriptions of what we are. Holy cow. Well, you can do what I'm trying to do, and that is see the world as the perfect gift. Like, everyone's perfect, everything's been perfect, because then everyone can open their mind, everyone can receive the next thought that is kind, and then war ends and disease ends. Ta-da! And what's the key? All you gotta say is, I am happy. I'm happy that they deserve the best. I'm happy that they're on their own quest. I'm happy that there's so many of them that remind me of what I'm supposed to do. I'm happy that I got a chance to speak to all of you. I don't like to rhyme. I don't know why I do. I just do. And here I go again, talking to you, my friend, hoping that you see me for more than just a human being, but someone that was chosen, that made all the human beings, chosen to go through hell, chosen to feel a lot of crappy thoughts about myself, chosen as a child, chosen as an adult, chosen as a teenager, chosen as just kept being chosen, let's just say that. Chosen to go through the worst feelings ever of abandonment, hatred, never liked, never loved, that kind of stuff. Just, yeah, you're not good enough, buddy. That kind of stuff. Those kind of feelings. Yeah, you're not good enough for that, my son. You're not good enough for that, my child. No, I'm going to give that to those people and make you watch. Ha ha! That's what I'm going to do to you. And what comes out of it? Well, you have to develop this idea of sickness and cynicalness, and that's all you got, buddy. You ever see that movie, what was it called? I think it was called Forrest Gump, right? And there was a scene where they were on the water, out in the ocean, and the Lieutenant Dan was his name. He was really mad at God, right? Because he got his legs blown off, right? And he thought he was going to die, but here comes Forrest and saves him so he doesn't die, right? I know, a long story, right? You're like, shut up, get out of my day. Well, I figure if I talk to you, maybe you'll feel better about being you. And that's what we're here to do. Feel better about being you and all the things you had to go through. Because remember, there's one particular person that we all heard about. Actually, probably many. But there's one that we all know. There's one name that everybody on the planet knows. Right? So, let's not say that, oh, well, because I know that, that means I believe this and I know that and believe that and la 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 la. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying simply that, hey, guess what? That person supposedly lived. That person had a lot of knowledge for some reason. That person had to go through a lot of pain and punishment for just being nice to everybody. And you and I have that natural desire within us too. Because we all are that child on the playground still. The one that didn't see color, didn't see race, just saw another face that you wanted to play with. Yep, didn't see disabilities, didn't see any of that. That's where we come from, everybody, right? Yes, 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 yes. So, now think to yourself, okay, well, as we evolved as human beings, into growing up, into doing stuff, we changed our thinking, right? Yeah. Remember, we were scared of the dark because the monsters came out at nighttime. And eventually we're like, oh, there's no monsters in the closet. There's none under the bed. They aren't there. They're just a thought of my imagination. Because I saw a movie or I read a book or I heard a story. It's okay. It's all okay. It's all perfect. It's all perfect. Keep saying that. It's all perfect. I'm just here to understand it. I'm a happy learner. I remember when I came across that book, A Course in Miracles And one of the lessons was to become a happy learner. That's the goal of the book. Yeah, you're here to learn, right? You're here to learn that, hey, well, if you do this and do that, you put one foot in front of the other and you can walk. If you move them a little faster, you can jog. And then you can run. And you can run as fast as you can, right? You can do all that in that body you got there. To a certain point, of course. I just want you to know one thing, and that is, I love you. I don't even see you in my eyes, but as soon as I close my eyes, I see you. I see everybody. That's what you can all do today, right now. Close your eyes and see everybody in the entire world, and the entire universe, and the entire cosmos. Every creature, every being, everything. Breathe in through your nose if you can, or if not, use your mouth and breathe in all the way. Hold your breath and let your mind show you everybody. Let your mind give you the pictures of the tadpoles and the lizards and the inchworms and the bats and the birds and the butterflies and the leaves and the blades of grass and the things that make you laugh. Breathe. Remember, your mind is always in a fight or flight status, so you may stay alive. You are an animal first, and then you grow into a human being. Well, we're all human beings. Sorry, you're a human being as soon as you show up as a body, but I'm saying you evolve into more intelligence so that you don't lose your temper and hit things or yell at people as you go. You develop your emotional intelligence, because your emotional intelligence is going to tell you, hey, there's a reason why you think the way you think. So when things like that happen to you at that age or that severity, your brain goes click and it kind of says, what the heck happened there? That wasn't supposed to happen. That makes us feel like we're not the same and we don't deserve as much. And then the brain could start going on this little haywire trip, talking about all the times that we weren't good enough. And if we allow it to go, it will keep going and going and going and going. Just talking bad about us every day. So how do you interrupt that thing? Well, you got to start breathing different. Interrupt it so that your body is focused on you being in your body and moving your muscles and moving your mind. Okay? Should I wear the other shoes? I'm thinking about it. I like to breathe. I like to laugh. I remember learning about laugh yoga. That's the best medicine right there. So you can call it a laugh breath, and just when you exhale, all your air out of your body, however much air you got in there right now. Let it all out, okay? That's all I want you to do. Let it all out. And then breathe in all the way. And let it all out again. And when I say I want you to do this, I'm not saying me, not this guy, but the Spirit in me, the Holy Spirit between us, because we're together in the necessity of seeing differently, so we can be a little more happy, right? We gotta see things different so we can be happy. What we saw as against us is now promoting us. Doesn't mean we were bad. It meant that we were so great and the others were not as great. In some circumstances, of course, if we were bad, then we were bad. But if you're like, why do people just not want to talk to me anymore? And I'm doing better and better. What the hell? Well, you're not being who you were no more. And remember, in all the books and all the movies, you heard about people progressing. What happens? Those that are like, no, I can't run that fast. I'm never going to run that fast. I'm not even going to try and run that fast. They kind of fall by the wayside. And you might be there alone. And You still gotta show up every day. You still gotta wake up and say, ha ha ha, yes, today's the day. I am amazing, aren't you? Yes, we all are. Let's get our laughter in there so that our body and our breathing and our brain is focused so we can maintain the ideas that say, yay, this is my day because you decided it that way. So I say namaste, which just means I recognize you as being what I am too, the I love you, in different form, in different shape, but still the one that makes it great, because I'll always tell you how great you are. You're the greatest thing, you're the brightest star. I know, he just keeps talking and doesn't shut up, but one day, you just might wake up. Wake up, everybody. Be proud that you are allowed to wake up. Be proud that you are allowed to make it this far. Be proud that you were chosen to be in the game again today. Because they could have decided, take 33, take 42, take 101, take 98, take 75, because we all have numbers, right? We're all a number of age right now. And they could look at it that way and just say, all right, goodbye. You're out. You're not in the game no more. And you go, but I want to be. Well, I don't care. Coach said you're out. Shoot. You're not on the team no more. Oh, man. You're not here no more. Oh, crud. So, when your brain wants to tell you all to complain or shame or blame about yourself or anybody else, anybody, including your family, including your friends, including people you haven't met, including people in the news, all of that, when you start to become unsettled and unkind in your mind, you know that the aggressor has come to visit. You know that you're in your fight or flight mode. Your brain is meant to think that way about things. Your brain is meant to see the anger. Your brain is meant to see the danger. You breathe only this much on your autopilot mode. Barely breathing in at all. That's why we go into with our heart, because we're thinking about life, experiencing life, and trying to breathe. And as we breathe in, guess what? A thought comes, and it might be a really scary one that stops our inhale right there. So we only got that much oxygen come in, and then we breathe it back out. Oh gosh, we push it out because we're like, get out of here, thought. Here's the thing, what you do with that is you breathe in all the way in the nastiest thoughts. You breathe in all the way through when the thoughts come in that you like a lot. When you hear a thought that says, you're doing great. Thank you. Okay, that's your mission for today. Every time you hear a great thought come in. Now here's the other secret, okay, about meditation. Don't look at my neck. It looks like an old man's neck right now, especially when I'm leaning back and it's doing this. Yeah, you're going to be like, dang, bro, you wore that shirt a few times. Well, in different locations, so kiss it. Kiss my tuchus. Kiss my cheeks, buddy. We're going with this one more time because that's all we got. No, we got some other stuff, but I don't want to wear that. Nah. We're going to wear this stuff. We're going to look great. We're going to say, everyone, hey, how you doing? I love you so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 y 5 y 16. 16. Hey, did you know that in different cultures, 16 means a lot of different things? Yeah, so respect Other cultures, I know in certain countries and states and all that, you can't do this, you can't do that. If you do, you go to jail. And nobody's coming to get you out because that's the way they do it. Clear your throat. Spit. Don't forget to do your growl today. Take a breath and say, one more. Get all those loogies out of your mouth, out of your throat. Clean your throat. One more to go. Little water rinse. Good job. I gotta go to the doctor's appointment for dermatology because I got a spot and a spot and a spot. Yeah, since whatever. It is what it is, brothers and sisters and everybody else. You're all my brothers and sisters. From the spirit level, what? Yeah, we're all the same on the spirit plane. We can't whistle. We can't wiggle. We can't even wink. All we can do is think. We think ourselves into being. Remember that. That's the only way to be seeing. Yes, and something else has control. Oh, I know. You think you're in control all the time. No, you're not. Something else decides whether another car comes across the line and hits you head on. Or you slip in the bathtub. Or you eat the wrong food. Or you're allergic to something. Or. So let's put our little power trips where they need to be and say, hey, thank you, Almighty. Now, the last thing I'll share with you is called an Om, because I know that'll get you in the zone and get you into a singing mode, which is really good and keeps you from exploding on others, like your loved ones and your sisters and brothers and others. You don't want to do that, okay? Don't yell at people today. Be nice and say, hey, remember the thing that placed those people in your play. Remember the thing that made them that way is talking to you and saying, hey, you gonna get mad? You gonna get mad? You gonna get mad? You gonna yell? You gonna yell? You gonna scream? You gonna throw stuff? You gonna hurt me? That's what it does. It tries to get your goat. It tries to get you to go crazy. It makes people say things. It makes people do things. It puts them in your play. It does. So get back into recognition that you're meant to be at play some part of your day. Not just serious, not just staying in the fight or flight. Because remember when you were a child, you got to play. And then when you're an adult, you've got to play. You have to play in your body. Don't just get up and use it for work. Use it to serve. Because then you'll only be thinking of that. You'll only be thinking of the dangers. You won't be thinking of the pleasures. I know some of you are like, well, I still think of pleasures. I hear you. Pleasures in your body are brilliant. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. Pains in your body are brilliant. Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. We could have come into the world with bodies that didn't get sick. With family and friends that didn't do us wrong. To a world that didn't have crime. But for some reason it does. So let's deal with it. This is what we got on our plate right now. This is what's in front of us. So let's accept it and say, well, something put it this way, exactly this way, for some reason. I'm happy to be part of it. May I help it get great for everyone, so that no one has to experience pain beyond the pain that you naturally decide for them. Oh, great creator of life, aka God. Thanks for sending me all the mean people, because they showed me what not to look for. Huh? They showed me what to look for so that I don't get hurt like that again. But hey, love is hurt. Remember? You can't love your parents without being hurt by your parents. So, the thing that keeps fulfilling your life with people and filling it up with things to do and not to do, same thing. That's your parent. That's our parent. Just love it. Just say thanks. Thanks for putting me here. Appreciate it. All right, so hopefully this helped you a little bit. I give you hugs and kisses. You're the best forever. Let's hope I don't die on the way there.